All right, good morning, evening, night, afternoon, whatever it is for you guys out there. Um, Today we're going to continue what we started yesterday. Yesterday we determined if a function was linear, quadratic, or exponential. Today we're going to actually write an equation for that. So what we're going to do is just simply start with our linear equation. And I'm just going to quickly refresh you guys on what the equation looks like. So a linear equation looks like y equals mx plus b. M is my slope, b is my y-intercept. When I look at exponential, that equation y equals a times b to the x. Y equals a times b to the x. A is the initial amount at time 0. B is your change amount. What am I multiplying by each time? And quadratic's got the most work. Quadratic, you have y equals a times x minus b times x minus c. A is the value that we have to calculate. We'll show you how to do that. B and C are your x-intercepts. So where x equals 0, or excuse me, where y equals 0, it's those two numbers. So this is a problem we did yesterday. We needed to determine if this was linear, exponential, or quadratic. We saw that it was exponential because it multiplies by 3 each time. So to write the equation here, all I do is y equals, now my a value, at time 0, how much do I have? Well, I have 3. So at the start, I had 3. And then what am I doing each time? Well, I'm multiplying by 3. So I'm going to 3 times 3 to the x. Y equals 3 times 3 to the x. Okay? Now this one we determined was quadratic. We determined this was quadratic because when I checked my first difference, well, the first difference wasn't constant. So then I checked the second difference. So from negative 12 to negative 4 is plus 8. Negative 4 to positive 4 is plus 8. Positive 4 to positive 12 is plus 8. So this is a constant 8. So we know the second difference is constant, so we know it's quadratic. So now this is my two important things. I have an x-intercept here, and I have an x-intercept here. So when I do this, I'm going to have y equals some a value times x minus 4, x minus 8. I just plug my two intercepts in there. If they would have happened to be a negative, then this would become a positive. It would have been x plus 4. So if this would have been a negative, this would have been x plus 4. But it's not. So then, all I'm going to do is I'm going to choose any other one of these points that are not boxed. I can use 2, 12, 6, negative 4, 10, 12. So I'm going to use the 2. So when I do this, I'm going to just start to plug in. Well, 12 equals a times 2 minus 4 times 2 minus 8. So when I do that, a gives me negative 2, negative 6. So 12 equals a times 12. Divide by 12. Divide by 12. A equals 1. So my final answer here is going to simply be y equals, I could put a 1 there, x minus 4, and then x minus 8. And because there's a 1 there, I could go through and distribute everything to put it in standard form, but I'm just going to leave it in intercept form. So I get x minus 4, x minus 8. And that's my final answer. All right? Last one we got here. Oh, I have another exponential. Didn't realize I had two exponentials, which that's okay. When I do this one, again, remember, I'm starting at 8. So y equals 8 times, I'm multiplying by 1/2 each time, 1/2 to the x. So y equals 8 times 1/2 to the x. I thought I had a linear one in here, but I'm just going to quick make up a linear one. So we have x. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Y. We're going to do 5, 7, 9, 11. So, where's my line tool? If I look at this table, very poor table, sorry about that. When I look at this table, I know my x value is constant. I should actually do this, make it just a... Forgot about that one. Sorry, guys and gals. So I know my x value is constant. I'm going to check my y value. Well, I added 2, added 2, added 2, added 2. So now, when I go to write my equation, I got my initial value, my y-intercept. So I have y equals, and I know my b value is 3. It's my initial value, or my y-intercept. And my m is 2. So I'm going up by each time. So I know this equation, y equals 2x plus 3. So y equals 2x plus 3. If you guys got questions, you're going to have to let me know. Otherwise, you guys got 4 problems for homework. You write an equation for that given set of data. Have a good day. We'll talk to you later.